No, it's 10 o'clock. He's playing.
Hi, Jeremy. What do you want to say? What do you want to say for the review of Die Hard? Wait, hold on. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I can't wait to see this movie. Did you guys see it yet or not? Man, what a time. I really enjoyed that one.
That Die Hard.
Yes. Love you, bye.
Fucking hating Jeremy.
Oh, how we loathe him. Alright, do you guys want to actually fucking review Die Hard?
We found this homeless man back here.
I'm Oliver the
This
Ricketts.
homeless guy with an iPhone.
It's a Google phone.
We just saw the 30th edition re-release spectacular of
Hard Die.
Die Hard. And I can't wait for Die Hard 2. Die Harder.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Die Hard 2. Die Harder.
30 years of this movie, and nobody now questions the fact that the name of the movie is Die Hard, but, like, imagine coming out and being like, what the fuck does Die Hard mean?
I couldn't believe how diverse that group of terrorists
also...
They checked every box. That's all that I judge my movies upon. I'm a single issue movie reviewer.
This is one of my top 10 all-time favorite
All-time?
movies. All-time. Die Hard. As far as the genre of action movie, this is the thing, much like Halloween for slasher movies, this is the thing that defines what an action movie is. The build is slow. It gives you enough time to care about John McClane. Bruce Willis brings such a nice charm to it. Holly is built up very nicely, so she's not just somebody that's
some
in
random
danger.
girl.
And Hans Gruber, in my opinion, is one of the greatest villains of all time. It's nice to see how in this movie, people can get hurt. Actually, Die Hard sequels are kind of the biggest offender of it. Bruce Willis in this movie isn't made out of rubber. He has to walk on glass at one point, and it fucks them all up. I love that Bruce Willis got hurt.
Ironically, he was also stumbling through his marriage. It was shattered just like the glass.
Ooh.
Yeah, I took a film class once.
This is our special son.
Who's your favorite Die Hard, JJ?
Bruce.
JJ, how does the movie hold up for you watching it now?
Well, it's a little bit too early to be watching Christmas movies, I think.
It is not a Christmas
It
movie.
absolutely is a Christmas movie.
What? Name a Christmas movie. Tell me the elements that make it a Christmas movie that are not in Die Hard.
The Santa Claus. There's Santa.
Well,
Now I
actually,
have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
That's
He's
not-
playing the part of Santa Claus.
basically Santa Claus.
There's actual spirit of Christmas.
There was a
There-
spirit.
No,
of
there
Christmas.
wasn't. If anything, there was the
Oh,
anti-spirit
I-
of Christmas.
No, but I feel like there is actually quite a bit of, Christmas spirit. They are at a Christmas party the whole time.
Made mention that not only is it a Christmas party, but it's a party about closing a big deal. So it's not really a
Well,
Christmas party. They would have had the party anyway.
Christmas is a pretty big deal. Just presented the boxes and we checked them off in real time. Snowed at the end.
No,
And
it
they
didn't.
Paper. The paper was the snow. I
They
took
play-
a film class.
What did you think of the movie overall? As it's your first time seeing it, so obviously this is one of the most hyped movies of all time.
I don't want to say too much because I'm going to get labeled as the person that doesn't like Die Hard, and I don't want to do that. It's not that I don't like it. I've seen most of the really pivotal points before. Seeing it all together was a bit lengthy for me. I got a little bored at times.
Some might even call it a feature-length film. I'm just gonna make a little bit of a jump here, but if I had to put a label on you, I might go ahead and put the label that says this person doesn't like Die Hard.
But I'm not saying I disliked it. There were parts of it that were just a little too slow for me. I mean, the pros are that it is a classic action movie. I think Bruce Willis does a great job. Obviously, enough so that they've created an entire franchise behind him being John McClane. I do appreciate the fact that, like you're saying, that in this first movie, he is not immortal. He can get hit, he gets hurt, he struggles, that sort of thing, because I have seen some of the later ones and they basically act like he's God himself, and he doesn't
made of
ever
rubber.
get hurt. Yeah. I love Alan Rickman. I think he does great in this role. I think he's the best part of the movie. I just wanted more scenes with Alan Rickman in them. I didn't understand the whole point of those two fucking idiot FBI guys.
Are you referring to Agent Johnson
And
of
Johnson.
course, nope, Special Agent Johnson.
yes.
Totally.
So one is clearly better than the other. And in the credits, they're referred to as Little Johnson and Big Johnson. You're saying that there's a lot of time that can be trimmed off, and I think watching it this time, I definitely agree with you, actually. And that could just be that I've seen this movie over 20 times. When I watched it for the first time ever, I remember being, like, riveted by it. At how tense things were, how imaginative the action is. Like, stuff like him go under the table and the guy on top of him. That's a really imaginative scene, and it's so simple. But the movie needs more of that. I'll definitely give you that. All the stuff on the ground can be cut out, except for Carl Winslow. This isn't to say that it's not a movie that I still enjoy. And I think on my first watch, at least, I was, glued to it. For that, top 10 all time, but it's not for everybody.
Some might even be labeled as those who do not like Die Hard.
Oh, they say he doesn't like flying to foreshadow that the second one takes place in an airport. But really, I think it's to foreshadow him punching the wing off of a helicopter in the fourth one.
Are we rating this? I mean,
Well,
it's
I
a
think-
movie that's been out for 30 years.
Sure, let's rate it. JJ, a letter grade.
It was extremely diverse. A+.
Even though watching it now, I see a lot of issues with it, it's just always going to be one of those movies that is extremely nostalgic for me and extremely, tied up with just my liking movies. So it's an A+ for me also.
Thanks for watching Ride Home
You're gonna
Retro.
What are you going to give it?
I would be totally fine if I never watched this movie again.
Your cold heart is the reason why I'm shivering back here, because I have the heat on.
No, you didn't.
It's right
Thanks
there.
for watching Ride Home Retro.
She hates Die Hard!